All right, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is the two-stroke turbo channel. Some people have said it is their favorite channel on YouTube. I couldn't agree more. I think that's great. I love doing what I do, and hopefully it shows and comes across in the channel. So this car here, this is a late model Subaru. It is about a 2013, maybe 2010, I'm not sure. It came in a while ago for some vandalism. So if you look closely at this door here, this car is painted a tri-coat pearl white. It's a very hard color to match. You can see my reflection there a little bit. It is pearlescent, it is white, it is triple stage, in other words, 3-coat paint process. I don't know how to explain this, and I don't know if I should explain this. The husband of this lady, who is older, I don't want to say she's elderly, but she's very kind and very sweet, took a pickaxe to her car for some domestic dispute and poked holes in every door panel. So the last time the car came in, I actually bondoed up these holes and then just touched them up with epoxy primer. They look bad, but they don't look as bad as the car did. So they're all over the car. Here, in the doors, didn't poke through here, didn't poke through there, but did poke through the hood in many places. And I fixed all that, and she's super happy. The car was totaled through insurance. However, as some older drivers do, she had an altercation with a bollard or a post, a parking lot post. So today my job is to see if I can fix this. I'm not going to try to match it, just going to try to pop it out, make it look more functional, see if I can buff off the yellow paint from the bollard, and maybe touch up the black a little bit. It's always something, and it's part of life. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to see if we can revive this Subaru once again and make it a little nicer for this sweet older lady. See what we can do. Now, as a side note, a lot of you join or watch my channel because you love my dog, my shop dog Stella, my 7-year-old Brittany, or almost 7-year-old Brittany. She has really taken to sleeping in this car. I don't know what the deal is. So this is my Subaru 360 with a 4G63 motor project, and I've got a cover on it. And let me turn the light on here. There we go. I'm pretty sure she's sleeping in here. I don't even know how she gets... Oh, yes. There she is. She seems to be very, very opposed to having her video taken. I don't know why that is. Whenever I flick on the camera, Dad is like to be avoided at all costs. Won't even lift her head when I scratch her little bottom. What's up with that, Stella? All the YouTube viewers in the world want to say hi to you. Maybe later. Funny dog. Funny dog. The first order of business is to get the wheel off. Second is to kind of get behind the panel that's dented here. And is my light even on? Yeah, I think it is. So this one might be kind of easy. I'm going to slip my hand behind the bumper here. The bumper is already, the clips are all broken, and the hardware has allowed the bumper to pop out. And I'm just going to get my hand in here, full wrist, and see if I can push on that. See if it'll pop. Sometimes you got to heat them up. I think it's going to take a little more than what I can do. So I might get a 2x4 in there, see if I can get this warmed up with a hair dryer, get it to flex a little bit. I just can't get enough strength to pivot that out, but I'm going to work on it. It's already a little better. This was, I'd probably go back in and a little, yeah, like I thought. So it was like that. Just got to release it. But this down here is a little tighter. Keep working on it. So the tricky thing about these bumper covers is they take a set, and if they sit in the sun in a damaged position, they'll warm up and they'll kind of take a set. I think I can get, I'm gonna try one more time. There we go, got it. Popped out, but I don't think it's gonna stay. So I may have to warm it up in this position to see if I can get it to stay. That's one thing that's nice about these covers is they are flexible. Okay, that's most of the dent is out. Oh, did you hear it release, pop back? I've got to warm it up, I think. So I'm gonna get the hairdryer or heat gun and see if I can get it to stay in this position for a while. Then I've got to buff off all the nasty yellow and see if I can touch up the white. Pretty well scraped up. She did a good job on that. Okay, so we have our bumper back onto, let me turn this light off, it's flashing here. There. We got our bumper back on the car. We have it buffed. We use some 3M 105 compound and a wool pad to get rid of most of the yellow. Now this is not metal, this is a plastic or ABS bumper, so we're not worried about any rust. But I'd like to touch up the black spots where the paint has been damaged. First of all, I'm going to take some spray away, some wax and grease remover to get our surface clean and a nice clean rag. And I'm going to get all the buffing compound off here so I can touch it up. So inside here, you can see I used a couple zip ties, kind of Frankensteined the inner fender liner back together. The trick is getting this supported. If this is hooked on somebody's coat or flaps in the wind, the whole thing's going to come back apart again. All the clips and everything have been stressed, but luckily I was able to get these clips to bite back in again and around the headlight. They seem to be pretty good. It looks much better than it did, and it's going to look even better. However, I can't match the paint because it is that fancy tricolor pearlescent white, the 3-stage paint. I just have 1 stage, probably primer. And you can do that many different ways. You can use a Q-tip or a foam brush, or and you just want to dab some paint on there. It's not going to be beautiful, but it's going to make it a 10-footer instead of a 50-footer. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. Well, the shop dog is going to check our work. We got our Subaru back together, and it looks pretty good. If you look close, you can see where I put the epoxy to cover the black, but it looks much better than it did. And granted, I'm standing, I don't know, 10 feet away. If you really look, you can see that. But most people will give it a quick casting glance, and they'll never notice there's any damage there. The dent doesn't draw your eye into the bumper anymore. It looks fine. In fact, it actually matches the car because those spots now look like those spots, and those spots look like all the other little dents that are on this car, like that one and that one and that one and these. So it's kind of a theme. We got a theme going on here. Subaru's going to hit the road and it's going to service the customer just fine. Stella, you give it approval? I got your little bed back. You want to go in your bed? No, you're going to lay down right there. Okay. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Another happy customer.